dogs. So quite often when you're starting off at a young age, maybe out of 10 retrieves, you will actually pick up probably 8 of them and only give them 2 of them. So it's just working on that all the time, and they have to look at you and give you that eye contact of when you say. So it's all part of the growing pattern of the chain of learning for them. So that's little Minnie. She did her first guest appearance here only yesterday. This is Tilly, who's a little older. Tilly actually is a nice little bitch who's only 2 years of age. Something a little different, because she does have a little bit of Swedish blood, and I can see Margaret who's standing in there, and actually she's out of an Etheridge bitch, so she is slightly different. So she's out of Etheridge Orla and one of our dogs. So she's just a gentle little soul. So we're just getting her on the placeboard for a minute, and it's strange how this 18 by 24 bit of astroturf, just slightly off the ground, makes any of the dogs with a fidgety bum just sit there nicely and be steady. Oops, saying that. We had a little movement there. Good girl. So we're just once again, instead, don't hit her on the head. We could be just testing her steadiness a bit too much. But it's just nice to see the control there. But it's all, as I say, part of the building blocks of training your dog. So tennis ball, always extremely tempting. Very good that she's coping with that so well. I do hope after this he'll give her just a little retrieve as a reward for being so good. In fact, actually, she's starting to look bored now. He's doing that old party trick again with me. This is the dangerous bit, when you actually crouch down and go to pick up all those dummies. You take your eye off the dog for a moment, that's when they can actually shift and move their bums. But she has been very good indeed. So it's all part of play training and getting a nice bond and making it fun. Well done, Manny. Here comes tennis ball. They love a tennis ball. Nice to see the speed of her going out. Keen little retriever. It's me distracting her probably with the tannoid. Coming back up onto place, and look how she comes up and her head's up. That's very nice. Just a gentle stroke under the chin there, and that gets her head up, which is super. Thank you very much, Manny, with Tilly. Now we're going to have a little naughty one in, I think, possibly. This is George. George is actually one that we bred, and George is only 6 months now, and a nice little bundle of fluff is George. Handsome boy he's going to be. He's going to be quite a nice stocky clumber. Just hide something in one of those in a minute so that he finds something. That just encourage him maybe. But he's with his dad. He's not running off a great distance. He's with his dad, and he wants to please him, which is nice. Just encourage him in. I lost there. I lost there. Good boy. Good lad. Gentle again with his mouth. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. Have a little hunt around. Oh, he says you do find something in here. Clumbers are dogs that are very much driven by scent, and they need to get them really lively and to get them really going, to be driven by scent, then to get them onto gamey ground quite early. I do. Make sure the game is cleared and then get them onto gamey ground. Good boy. Come on. No showing it off to me. No, George. Oh, there's a chap there. He says, I just got to make sure there's no one better around. Oh yeah, there's Daddy. George. Just sit down and call him into you. Sit on that placeboard and call him into you. Georgie Porgy Pudding Pie. Naughty boy. Yes, he is. Just got a little show off. Just encourage him and tap on your thighs, tap on your chest, encourage him in. Ah, that could explain a lot, couldn't it? Wanted a poo. There you go. But he hasn't let go of the dummy, so I'm pleased about that. Because if he was older and he had a pheasant in his mouth, then he wouldn't have let go of it if it was a live one and wounded. So that's not bad. Right, we'll have a little clear up of that one. And then we'll just we'll sit George back up on the lead. But George is work in progress. Actually, Keith has lovely opportunities because he gets out on the grouse moor quite often, and he works his dogs on the grouse moor. So his dogs are, have great opportunities during the course of the season, and Keith does a lot of rough shooting as well. So they are just truly worked. Now, I think we'll have David Chilvers in with Hebe because he's looking very relaxed. Actually, you can bring me Thunder. I'll have Thunder. Thunder's my boy, so I better come and have a little sit over here with me for a while. David's got young Hebe here, who is, oh gosh, 18, oh no, she's 2 now. Oh, she's 2, all right, I was going to say 18 months. I was going to give you some leeway there in case she was naughty. But she's not naughty. Once again, she's lemon and white with that nice kissing spot. He's just going to show a little bit of heel work, how he starts off with a little bit of training at home. Stop whistle, getting her to sit, making her steady to be steady for a minute while he just throws out some dummies. No, she wants it, but she can't have it, so she's going to come back to you. No, she really wants it, but you can't have it. Good girl. Call her all the way in. And sit her down. And line her up. And send her. One thing about clumpers is you just suddenly see that tail action. When they're really excited and enjoying themselves and what they're doing, that tail action is what you start to read. Now you can see with the way that she's coming in at the moment to David. David's got his head down. He's not looking her in the eye. He's kneeling down, so he's looking small and appealing. He's actually got his legs open slightly, which is very difficult for us ladies wearing skirts sometimes, to create an open space so the dog is keen to come into him. So he's not this big wall of a bird of prey trying to hang over the top of the dog, because she was actually having some delivery problems and not wanting to come all the way in. So you just adjust what you do and learn how to get around these things. Some people put themselves up against the back of a fence. No, Hebe. Tempting, much closer, very tempting. Now she can have it. Now she can have it. Good girl. So David just get down into his stance that works. Taps on his thigh to encourage her all the way in. And lovely. Thank you very much, Hebe. That's very good. I think we'll have Ian Wagstaff's looking very chilled over there. I think we better have Ian in. He wasn't here yesterday, so I'm going to make him work today. But it's very nice to see that all these people that are here, we're just a bunch of enthusiasts. We're not professionals in any way. We're a bunch of enthusiasts that like showing off our dogs and this rare breed spaniel. And everyone that's here actually shoots, works their dogs, goes beating, goes picking up, goes rough shooting, and has the opportunity to have the dogs on the peg sometimes. So this is Todd. Todd is about 14 months-ish. 18, I'm behind the times. 18 months-ish. And this is his second clumber now. He's got Maddie at home, the mother. And this is Todd. And Todd is actually out of my dog Sedgehurst Tempest, who's had many a field trial award to his name. So we shall see how Todd goes in life. Now, Todd hasn't been in the ring before, so with all the tannoid and all the goings on, it can be a little off-putting. And also the ground, of course, is well soiled from all the goings on yesterday. But anyway, furry rabbit always helps. Now, Sid, that's on the end of my lead, behave. John, could someone just help me a moment, please? Could someone take a dog? Could someone take a dog? Thank you. I don't want to create extra ones. If you could just take Sid. He's obviously a sexy beast. Thank you. So, once we got over the goings-on of slight homosexual going tendencies of some of these dogs, but as you can see, Todd is now very keen. He's had that retrieve. He's now focused very much on Ian. Oh, behind you, behind you, behind you. Creepy bum, creepy bum. There's a little jump there in the corner. That's handy. Right, walk him away from there. See how happy that dog is and how enthusiastic? He's going to have a little hunt. He's going to remember that the retrieve's there. These dogs love to bulldoze cover. They look great in brushings. He hasn't forgotten that retrieve. Look great in brushings. Look lovely in bracken, brambles, a bit of laurel, rhododendrons, etc. Look superb on the grouse moor when we get a chance to go actually on the heather. They work really well on that. And the pace of them is more methodical than a cocker or a springer. And they always seem to have an extra drive left in them. I've got springers and cockers at home, which I love, but interestingly, when I take my clumbers out, I always feel that at the end of the day, we've still got another drive left in us, even though they've worked all day and done every drive. But I take out, when I go picking up, I take out a clumber and a Labrador, or a clumber and a springer. And I pick up on quite a busy shoot down on Exmoor, which is doing sort of 600-700 bird days, and those dogs work all day long, and they work nicely as a brace, because, as I say, when you're sweeping through, that pink nose sometimes finds some of those difficult birds that some of those other dogs have missed. That's a good shot. Press with that into the cover. Look at the speed of Todd. Look at the enthusiasm of Todd. Isn't that nice? Now, high lost in there. He didn't quite trust you on that one. High lost in there. No. It's got to get the wind right. High lost in there. As I say, it's all very soiled with all the goings on of other dogs and stuff. When we go to the Midland Game Fair, sometimes we follow the ferrets in. That's always great fun. The scent that the ferrets have left behind. But it does get the dog's noses down. Work with him. Work a little bit closer if he's unsure for a moment. Oh, hang on. He said round here somewhere. Nope. Work with him. But he's holding his ground area quite nicely, which is nice. It might have got slightly tangled up in there. It's prickly stuff. Smells, probably been peed on a few times. That's better. There we are. Furry bunny. And coming back with great enthusiasm. I love the orange and white. When you look, as I say, at the John M's and Mordels, quite often a lot of them have got orange and white. That's lovely. Thank you very much. Did you want to bring Sid in or not? No. That's fine. We'll give you a rest. And we'll have someone else in. I think maybe we should have John in, because he's looking very chilled. But he needs to take those sunglasses off, because he's looking like a fly. So Mr. Zurich looking too relaxed, and he's going to have the wild child, the naughty one. She's only been with us a few months, and this is actually Floss, and she was actually bred by Jane and John Smith Bodden. She had her eyes tested yesterday, which were all nice and clear. Thank you very much, Mr. Bedford. And she's a pretty little thing, a lot of colour, and very, very busy. She's only just a year of age, but as you can see, fast, athletic, nice working type of clumber. Really, really thrilled with her. So see how she shapes up in the future. Anyway, John's just doing play training with her at the moment, but interesting, as you can see, she's just wanting to get into those cover areas. Just let her run in at the moment, make it all fun. Little furry ball, which is easy for her to pick up. John gets down on the ground. Oh no, we're going to do a little ring. We're going to do a little show off. Just tap on your thighs and encourage her in. Come on, Floss. Always when you're trying to show off with youngsters, they always get naughty. So she said, this is fun. I can mess around. There you are. Come on into John. Go on then, Flossykins. There she is. Now, I have seen John before now having to lie on his back and for the dog to come jumping in and leaping on top of him. If that's what it takes when they're young, I don't care. If they jump up at you and you get covered in mud, I don't care when they're young. It really doesn't matter, because you just want to get a keen retriever and a dog that wants to come all the way back into you. And she's going to have to be coming and have a cuddle and a mess around. Doesn't matter. We can work on it in a retrieving lane and improve all of that, so that's not a problem. But the important thing is to get them retrieving at a young age, because clumbers love to hunt. That is their main purpose in life. They really love to hunt. And unless you get them at a young age retrieving, then they will start to blink game. So let's Floss have a little hunt around. See if you can get her on the whistle for a quick second, John. See if you can get that stop whistle in. Just looking at you. Oh, yes, you can. That makes life easier. And a little steadiness. Oh, no, you're tempting it. Little close. Sit her down. Just throw one back. Yeah, to your other side. That's it. I wouldn't get too carried away, darling. That might just do it. Now, once again, that dangerous moment when you bend down, they think you want them to come into you. Anyway, while that's just gone so well, I just put her back on the lead for a moment. But that's Floss with work in progress. And a happy little girl. So, who we got is looking relaxed over there too? I think we've got Andy Parker looking very relaxed. So Andy's going to come in and he's bringing in Tyr. Tyr is a dog that Andy shoots over. He gets chances to go rough shooting and once again does a bit of wildfowling, etc. So these dogs are worked hard during the season, have a good life. And it's quite nice that the dogs now are becoming their own ambassadors in the shooting field. I've got one that wants cuddles really at the end of my lead at the moment, by the looks of it, Thunder. And these dogs now are being seen in some very good estates up and down the country. And so the dogs are being seen picking up or beating. And as I say, people are now going, what's that funny white dog? In fact, a lot of people are starting to recognise Clumbers. We've got quite a high profile of Clumbers here this weekend. We're in the Sporting Dog Pavilion. Down the bottom on the left-hand side, you'll see our big red banner for the Working Clumbers Spaniel Society. And we're also over in the ring, in the Working Dog Ring at 12:30 each day as well, and 10 o'clock each morning in here. Now we have members up and down the country who are more than happy to show you the dogs working. So we can always arrange for you to go out and to shoot over the dogs and to see them in the field, which is what their natural environment is, to be out hunting really properly. I know you can see a sweetie wrapper. Hang on a minute. I'll get that before that catches the dog's eye. So as you can see with Tyr, nice looking bitch, a nice fit looking bitch. And the nice thing about Clumbers today, they actually are consistently low with their hip scores, quite often with 0 elbows, I'm pleased to say, and she had that gunshot just then on the other side, and with nice clear eyes. So it's taken the society probably 30 years to get to where we are today, with being very careful with our selective breeding. But you're now starting to see the type of Clumbers that were around many years ago when you look at the popularity they had back in the days of John Ems and Maud Earl when they were painting them. So nice to see Tyr out. Now, I know little Sniff's taken her nose there. So we're going to get a little dummy in the corner over there. Call her into you, once again showing that little bit of discipline. And sending her out. Good girl. Thank you, Tyr. Very nice indeed. So we've got Mark, I think, who's standing in the background there. I'll get Mark in with Brock. Loxley, sorry, Loxley's coming in first. Now Loxley here is a field trial winning dog and has got great promise, and we're hoping that he will be trialing again this season. He's a strong boned dog. He's orange and white, and he's very well disciplined, so don't let me down. He handles beautifully, and he's a dog that Mark has goes out rough shooting with as well. And as I say, to carry your gun and to take your dog out, it's a very pleasurable day going out with the Clumber. Even though I love my Springers and my Cockers. Oh, that was tempting there for poor old, was that Maud? Nearly had no Claude. Claude that nearly had that one. So he says, no, there's nothing in there, Dad. There's no rabbits left behind. Nothing been seen. No pheasants, no partridge. So we're going to have a shot. So anyone of weak disposition, watch yourselves. We're going to have a 2-2 shot in a moment. Just checking out there. He says there's nothing in there. Nothing in there. And quite often you get to learn to read the body language of these dogs when you're out shooting. And if they go past some thick cover and they stick their noses in and come straight out, I trust my Clumber. My Springer and Cockers will be enthusiastic, but my Clumber, when there is something in there, they will seriously bulldoze it. So once again, showing that he has the control there with the whistle. Nice retrieve from Loxley, coming straight in. Sits down nicely, head up. Beautiful. He says, I know where that other one is. I want that other one. So now he's just put a blind in the corner in a minute for him to have a look at. Now that might be just tangled up a bit. No, it's got it. Now, the Working Clumber Spaniel Society was formed back in 1984 by a group of like-minded people who just wished to promote and work their dogs in the shooting field. We have various events up and down the country. We have training days up and down the country. We have working tests, mock field trials and field trials. And we also put on shooting days up and down the country. So opportunities for something for everyone. But we quite often get together with some nice friendly training days and barbecues, etc. So we're a social lot. And we have some very nice hosts that invite us to some very nice estates to see the dogs work. Now, you can't have that one, Loxley. There's a blind in that corner. So we shall see how it goes. He trusts his dad. When his dad puts his hand out in the direction, he trusts his dad. Well practiced, well disciplined is Mark with his dog. Now, something's caught his eye. What caught his eye there? Food, possibly? Or a nice bitch, because he has been used at stud a few times. Good lad. Line him up. That's nice, Loxley. Good lad. Good lad indeed. Thank you very much, Mark. So I'm just going to get Thunder out for a quick hunt because the poor old chap's been on the end of the lead here. And then we're going to have something a little different in a minute. We're going to have Liz Joyce in a moment, something different. Now, Thunder, you're going to have to deal with me talking through my microphone. Once again, they just want to pull to cover, as always. Sometimes to cock their leg. Yeah, thought it might be. Cocking of leg, please. Nose is taking over with different things. Now this is a young dog that possibly I might be able to trial this year. We shall have to wait and see. He has had quite a bit of game last year. The Kennel Club kindly put on a minor breed trial as well. There's only probably about 4 at the moment across the country for minor breeds, but we're trying to raise the stakes all the time and get them into AV. I have actually had some success with my older dog in AV. He knows I'm not concentrating because I'm doing this. You can have that one. Come on, carry that one for me then. Yes, we're here, an older dog and had AV awards running against springers and cockers in our time, so which is quite nice. If Liz would like to come in. Yeah, as you can see, look at him, he's excited. So, and this is what they do with the children. Just wind them up, that tennis ball is just at the end of the day. Over, and over. And now we're going to do a weave, and a weave. Weave, wow, and over. And another over. And all my tennis ball, no fun. Yes, you can.
Oh, brilliant. Well done.
Well, that's fantastic. I think that's very fun. And I'm ready, Liz. Because you just got a clap, you're going to have to do it again. And the lovely thing is to see what an active dog this is. And he's 8 years of age. And how fit it's kept him. Great. As I say, it's just a happy dog. Very happy dog. Where's my tinsel? Where's my tinsel? Hi. That's lovely. So possibly, when you're thinking of getting a different spaniel, maybe think of getting a combo. I love my springers, I love my coppers, but I adore my coppers, and they are something different. They are full of character.
Of working gun dog, we've got retrievers, spaniels, setters and pointers, and HPRs. Each of these work in a slightly different way, but there's a significant crossover in the way that they work. Retrievers are bred to retrieve game after it's been shot. So you'll normally see these on a driven shoot, waiting patiently by their handler, or if they're a peg dog, waiting by the gun, and they'll patiently wait there while the game is dropping all around them, and they'll only move in to retrieve the game when they're sent by their handler. Spaniels, on the other hand, are hunters. I don't know if any of you saw the twist mount demonstration earlier on, but it showed that even as a very small puppy, these dogs will quarter away in front of their handler. And we're going to start with the retriever class. First of the ring is going to be the golden retrievers. Now, this golden retriever is a really popular gun dog breed, and it's employed today for its compatibility and its companionship. But it's also got great showmanship, and it's really good in obedience and both field trials. These dogs perform really well in water. They have an extremely dense, luxuriant coat that protects them, but they're also good over land, where their long, breaking legs allow them to work tirelessly all day, covering great distances, and really showing great stamina and working well. So that's the Golden Charles, who at the time of the French Revolution, he sent a number of these dogs over to his friend, the Duke of Newcastle in England. Unfortunately, there's been a considerable amount of work done in France to trace the origin of that story, and I'm reliably informed that to date, none has been found. But coming from the school of never let the facts get in the way of a good story, the legend is still there. The current clumber owners all endeavour to ensure their breed's physical soundness and healthy lines, and great work is being done to ensure that through proper training, we're seeing more and more clumber spaniels successfully working in the field. Clumbers are slower and more methodical than the springers and the cockers. However, they've got a fantastic nose, and they regularly find game missed by their more flighty counterparts. These dogs will work all day.